Hello and welcome to Froggity Frog Crochet and this stitch guide on how to crochet the single herringbone stitch. So this is a really pretty looking stitch that doesn't really look like crochet. It is fiddly to make, but it looks absolutely stunning when you're done. So to start this stitch, you're going to need a foundation chain in any multiple of stitches that you wish, plus one for your turning chain. So to start the single herringbone stitch, I'm going to make a single crochet in a second chain of my hook. And this is the first stitch of our row. So I'll just mark that with a stitch marker. So the single herringbone is made all of single crochet stitches. It's just that we're going to be making our stitches in a bit of an unusual way. So this sidebar of your single crochet, insert your hook into there. Then immediately insert your hook into the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And that is your first single herringbone stitch. So this sidebar is the stitch that you're always going to work through. Insert your hook into that stitch, into that sidebar, then immediately into the next chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so you're going to end up with 3 bars. So we've got the sidebar, which we'll be working through. This middle diagonal bar, that's the bar that's going to keep showing, and that's going to be what forms your herringbone look. And then you've got the top, which is the loops, which we don't work into. And you just keep doing that all the way across the row. So hook into the sidebar, straight into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And keep doing that all the way across the row. So at this point, just by doing this first row, you're making linked single crochet stitches. What's going to turn this into the herringbone stitch is how we make row 2. So this is a 2-row repeating pattern, but right now it's just linked single crochet. Row 2, we're going to transform it into the herringbone. So row 1, nice and easy. Row 2 is going to get a bit more tricky. So now we're going to turn, chain 1, and in the first stitch of the row, we're going to make a single crochet. And this will be the first stitch of our row. Okay, so what makes the single herringbone different from linked single crochet is this row. And we're going to be making our stitches the same way as we did the row below, except we're making them on the back. So just turn around this way for a second. There is a sidebar on the back as well, and we're going to work into that stitch. And then we're going to go into both loops of the stitch from the back to the front. So it can get a bit fiddly, a little bit tricky, but I think it looks totally worth it. So from the back, go into the back sidebar of the single crochet just made, and then from back to front through the top loops as well. Yarn over, pull through. 3 loops on your hook. Now, as I pulled my hook through, I did twist my hook, and I find that makes it much easier to get the loops through without getting tangled. So I'll go through that again in a second. 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And that's the first stitch of the row. So on the back, there's your sidebar. That's the diagonal bar that we had in the row below, and the top bar for the loops. So it looks the same as it did on the front when we did row 1, except it's now on the back. So hook through that sidebar for the next stitch, then through the next stitch from back to front, hook through both of those top loops, yarn over, pull through. So I'm going to pull through with my hook facing down, and I'm just going to twist to bring it through. And that just makes things a bit easier. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. If I just turn over, there's the diagonal bars. So row 1, the bars come this way. Row 2, they're going this way. And that creates that herringbone look. Okay. So this is a one-sided stitch because all that is on the front. So hook through the sidebar, hook through both loops from back to front, yarn over, pull through, twist your hook as you go to make it easier. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And just keep doing that all the way across the row. Make sure you twist your hook as you're pulling through, and it makes life a lot easier. So this can be a little bit tricky as you get started and can certainly be a bit fiddly. But if you keep your tension nice and loose, it'll make life a lot easier. And eventually just get into the swing of things. So through the sidebar, from back to front, through those top loops, twist your hook through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and keep repeating that all the way to the end of the row. So one last stitch, and I'll turn over and show you the result. And that's row 2. So that's what it looks like right now. It doesn't look so great from the back, but we turn it over and there's that herringbone look coming through. And that's exactly what we wanted. So for row 3, turn, chain 1, make a single crochet in the first stitch. So grab a stitch marker, and you're essentially going to repeat row 1 and make regular length single crochets, the nice easy kind, and do those all the way across. So into that sidebar, then into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and continue that all the way across the row. So it is a simple stitch in that you're just making the same stitch over and over. It's just working that row 2 from the back that makes it tricky. If you can crack that, then you can make this stitch no problem. And to make these herringbones really stand out, you can change colour every second row to make it look really stunning. And there's row 3. And you get the zigzags coming through. And that's the single herringbone stitch. So to continue with this stitch, you're going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 until you have as many rows as you need. And there is your stitch guide on how to crochet the single herringbone stitch. I would love to see what you make with this stunning stitch. Please do come and show us over in our Facebook group, Froggity Frogs Ribs and Stitch. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well for more crocheting stitches, free crochet patterns, and hints and tips. So thank you for watching. I shall see you next time for the next video. Bye for now.